For years, the digital world rewarded the loudest voices, the catchiest headlines, the glossiest thumbnails, the posts that stirred the strongest reactions. The attention economy, as we've come to know it, wasn't just about information. It was about how that information played on our human shortcuts, our heuristics. If it looked credible, seemed popular, or triggered emotion, it had a better shot at breaking through the noise. But the rules are changing. We're entering a new phase where attention isn't just a human resource anymore. It's being managed, filtered, and sometimes even decided by artificial intelligence. These aren't just algorithms nudging our feeds. Increasingly, they're autonomous agents capable of scanning, evaluating, and summarizing the digital world on our behalf. In this new agentic attention economy, the game is no longer about winning your click. It's about convincing your AI assistant. In the old model, persuasion depended on catching people when their guard was down. Decades of research, like the elaboration likelihood model, ELM, and heuristic systematic model, HSM, explain that when people are tired or distracted, which is most of the time online, they don't scrutinize every claim. Instead, they lean on mental shortcuts. This has a lot of likes, must be legit, or looks official enough. Those shortcuts shaped an entire economy. Content was designed not necessarily to inform, but to attract. Headline first, substance later. But AI doesn't scroll. It doesn't get emotional. It doesn't fall for a bold font or a "you won't believe what happened next" teaser. Instead, it scans for structure, clarity, and semantic consistency. An AI assistant deciding what to show you will prioritize information it can pass, cross-reference, and summarize accurately. In that world, the rules of persuasion shift entirely. Of course, AI has its own heuristics, but instead of judging by appearance or social proof, it relies on internal rules. How well structured the data is, how trustworthy the source seems, how closely something aligns with its objective. The new challenge isn't making content that goes viral, it's making content that gets picked up by the AI agent. For businesses and media creators, this means rethinking strategy. Metadata matters more than headlines. APIs matter more than personality. A flashy viral video might still capture a human audience, but if it's not machine-readable or semantically coherent, it might get lost in the algorithmic void. In short, we're witnessing a quiet but dramatic pivot, from designing for distracted humans to designing for attentive machines. This shift isn't just technical, it's political. If AI agents become the first line of engagement, they also become the gatekeepers. And unlike human editors or moderators, their decision-making is largely invisible. You don't always know why something was shown to you, or what was left out. That's a big deal for democracy. On the one hand, AI systems might reduce our exposure to misinformation and junk content. They don't get seduced by clickbait or conspiracy theories. But on the other hand, they might quietly narrow what we see based on coded rules, corporate incentives, or government priorities. And unless we're paying attention, we might not even notice. There's also the risk of personalization gone too far. If each of us sees only the content our AI deems relevant, we may lose common ground. The old problem of filter bubbles could re-emerge, just with more precision and less transparency. Perhaps the biggest concern isn't what AI shows us, but how easily we trust it. As AI agents get better at summarizing, synthesizing, and even recommending ideas, there's a real risk of automation bias. We start assuming the AI is right, because it's fast, confident, and sounds authoritative. But AI systems are only as good as the data and goals they're trained on. And as recent research shows, they're prone to their own quirks: overconfidence, context blindness, even hallucinated facts. In a world where we're delegating more of our thinking to machines, we'll need new forms of digital literacy, ones that help us ask not just, "What does the AI say?" but "Why does it say that?" There's an optimistic scenario. AI could be a great equalizer, helping people with less time, literacy, or access make sense of a chaotic information world. A good personal assistant could guide a rural farmer or an overstretched single parent through complex decisions, just as well as a seasoned professional. But that future depends on access, transparency, and thoughtful design. Right now, advanced AI tools are expensive, and their benefits skew toward the privileged. If this continues, we risk creating a new digital divide, one where some get curated, high-quality knowledge, and others are left sifting.